I'm just tired of going on like mental journeys that I have to unpack and then solve. Like, just fucking play guitar. Why don't you just play guitar and stop having to analyze things? Like, become a better guitarist. Like, you don't need to understand your emotions or your triggers, or just become a better guitarist. Like, why are you thinking so much? Time to sing and play guitar, which means that I can turn my yearning into something more productive, aka singing. I'm making this tea. My tea bag said, without the darkness, you would never know the light. I know both, yeah. I'm familiar with both, yeah, thanks for that. Ugh. I would like be learning guitar and pushing myself to practice guitar for like hours and hours a day, and sometimes like I would just cry and feel so bad because I'm just like, why me? Like, why do I love this thing so much and like not get to do it at a young age? Productive week in my life vlog. I have this tradition at the moment of starting my weekly vlog at midnight on Sunday. And I'm like, should I do like a more formal vlog intro, or should I just like go right into it? I feel like if a random person stumbled upon my vlog, they'd be like, why should I care about you? I'm like, well, you don't have to. But hi, my name is Lily. I am a musician. I play multiple instruments. I write a lot of songs, and I'm on my journey of figuring that out. So right now my vlogs are very much just like documenting my music productivity with like little parts of life. So just before this vlog starts, I just wanted to debrief that. And now I'm gonna go back into what I had already been saying before I realized maybe I should do a little intro. I'm watching the like post game show after the Ravens game. The Ravens just won for the playoffs. I'm gonna be so sad when football season's over. Not really. Like, I think I'm just gonna lock in harder to guitar and try to get back into watching music documentaries. I decided not to practice guitar tonight. On this upcoming week, we're gonna go so hard, but tonight I'm just going keep it chill. Recharge. Baby boy! Wow! I haven't vlogged all day. It's been a great day. The Bills won. Go Bills. I'm eating this dinner I made, which rocks. A chickpea pasta with mushrooms and pancetta and like an Alfredo truffle sauce. And then I put sun-dried tomatoes on top and also some arugula and some burrata. So like all my other meals today have been like super light, like barely even meals. And this one is like a big one for my last meal of the day. I went to the gym. I did just 30 minutes of intense cardio. Biked around a lot. Gonna do some yoga later, but first I need to practice guitar a little. I also did like 45 minutes of drums today. It's been good so far. It's kind of crazy how I slayed this pasta just because there's such a good array of textures going on and flavors, and I'm just like, wow, I did that. Now I have enough for, oh, come back here, for probably 3 more nights. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Maybe 2, I don't know. I could probably push it to 3 nights of eating this. 2 or 3. And I'm just like, I'm such a good chef so far in 2025. Like, love me for that. I thought I wouldn't be able to fit all this in here, but I am. I love 2025. It's 4 in the morning. This vlog is crazy. Just having a little snack. These are ranch flavored tortilla chips, and I have some French onion hummus. Interesting combination. What have I done tonight? A lot of overthinking. Overanalyzing things about my outer appearance. Myself. Not good. Because it's kind of like going backwards a little for me because I was doing an unhealthy amount of that like all summer into fall. And I wrote about it in my journal after. It's unsettling because it feels like I have an anxious attachment to thinking that if I overanalyze the way I look in the mirror, it will change. That's a slippery slope. Stop doing that. I wasn't really doing that for the past 2 months, but I went to the gym for the first time today in like a month because I just haven't had the time. Obviously, going to the gym is great for me. Places my mind starts to go when going to the gym regularly is a part of my routine. I start to get just like very like, I'm too in it. Like I need to learn how to detach. I'm like codependent in a way where it's like, if the gym is in my life, my like outer appearance is like the number one thing I think about. Like, if I went to the gym today, I spend all night thinking about how I look on the outside and how I want it to change. Not good. I think it's because I think that if I go to the gym and then go home and then think about the way I look, it'll like drill into my mind that we can't quit going to the gym. When we've been going to the gym, girl, it's gonna be okay. Like, let it go. Let it go. And stop. I practiced Metallica riffs on and off for a while. Did some guitar exercises. I just wish I could have focused. Maybe could have sang. But I guess that's not what tonight was for. Tonight was for this journey. I'm just tired of going on like mental journeys that I have to unpack and then solve. Like, just fucking play guitar. Why don't you just play guitar and stop having to analyze things? Like, become a better guitarist. Like, you don't need to understand your emotions or your triggers, or just become a better guitarist. Like, why are you thinking so much? Maybe that should have been my New Year's resolution. Stop healing. Stop unpacking. Just focus on guitar. Who cares? Okay, I can't eat that anymore. I'm a little high. Just a little bit. I'll ever just eat like a forkful of olives. Hey, I got out of my seam. Just trying to sniff my olives. I love olives. Oh my god. Okay, this is my last random snack. I swear. On the burrata. You see that? Crazy behavior. These mangoes suck. Fuck off. They're just like not soft. Happy Monday. 30 minutes of drums down. Gotta get dressed for work / the gym because I'm biking to work. I'm going to the gym, watching the game at the gym, coming home, watching the rest of the game, then locking in. So hopefully I'll remember to vlog. My current food menu when I'm at work is to order from the same place every time. I'm doing this for like a month now. Like, get something new every time, almost. A sandwich, pulled pork sandwich, and burrito soup. Walking on my bike. So recently I had gone through a phase of posting on my TikTok vlog page a lot, and I've done some reflection and I've realized that it literally has the same exact energy as my college Finsta. That was a private account for only my friends. Starbucks put all their trash around my bike. Like, screw you, Starbucks. Actually, this is probably where they have to put their trash, so let me not act like the world revolves around me. Leaving the gym, I did 20 minutes of cardio, 6 different arm machines, but I'm still full. from my lunch. So I might not eat dinner. I'm watching the game at the gym. Last Monday night game. Rams are killing the Vikings. Halftime. I thought the Vikings would make a comeback today, but no. I mean, that's fine. I really like the Rams. Wasn't what I would have predicted. There was like a short period of the season where I felt like my predictions were really spot on, but now I've actually been the opposite, kind of. Oh my god. Super drunk guy, maybe more than drunk. I was like unlocking my bike and he just like fell on me. I didn't really yell, I was just like, ah. Look back and he's just kind of like stumbling right there, and I just kind of like intuitively was like, this is not a threat. Like this man is actually not a threat. There's actually nothing going on behind. It was like he was kind of like a zombie, and I was just kind of staring at him, and then he just stumbled away like, oh, there, he's over there now. Still over there. He's definitely not just drunk. I mean, that was like a little scary. The way he kind of like stumbled into me was so gently. It reminded me of like if a friend was to like sneak up on you and try to like fake scare you. So when I turned to look at him, I genuinely thought it would be like somebody that I knew like trying to scare me, and then it was this like zombie drugged out man, and he's like standing like 3 feet away from me, and I'm just kind of like staring at him like, I know you're not gonna do anything to me right now, I just know it. But like, I'm just processing the fact that this just happened. And yeah, and then he stumbled away. And then I just was laughing because I was like, that was like really silly and ridiculous. It's never happened to me before. It's really weird. Could have been much worse. Also though, there's a lot of people walking around right now, so it's not like I'm like on a stranded street. Vlog. I'm having a monumentally terrible time right now. Like, it's monumentally bad. 4 a.m. Being kind of dramatic, but my Telecaster was like not sounding good, and it took me like 45 minutes of playing it and like switching pedal settings around and being like, what is wrong with the sound? Like, there was a richness to the sound that I have created for what I'm working on that was like missing, and I was like, what's wrong? And it took me so long to realize that my pickup wasn't working, and that pickup isn't the battery powered one, because the bridge pickup is battery powered. So I even changed the battery, and I was like, wait, that's not the problem. And so now I have to take it into the shop to get that part fixed. And I also snapped the high E string somehow, like while I was figuring this out. So I think it's just like obviously a sign that I need to go get this guitar taken in, and it's like overdue anyways, and the low E string like won't stay in tune anyways. Like, it just needs to be set up again. I actually haven't gotten this guitar set up in a year, so obviously like as the guitar I play the most, and as the guitar I want to record with next, and as the guitar that I want to take with me to play little shows, like now I'm just gonna play my Strat more. It was a distressing chain of events, but obviously there's a solution. So not only was I attacked by a zombie today, but also my favorite guitar is going through something, and I'm just like, this energy right now, this energy is kind of crazy. What a weird day. Wow. So winter sleigh. Hey vlog, it's like 1 a.m. It's been like a weird day for me because I woke up a lot later than I meant to, and I was like, I'm really glad I slept because I needed that. But we need to get organized. Last night's journey, I gave myself like 4 hours for guitar, but I only really played for like an hour and a half, and I'm like, that just feels very disorganized. Like, I feel like my mind is disorganized. I need to get all those ducks in a row this winter, because once spring hits, work gets a bit busier, and then it's like I need to already have all this stuff established so that when work gets busier, it won't throw me off and I can keep everything moving the way I need it to move. Lots of moving parts, and it's like so hard to like tell the future. Obviously, you never know like what's gonna come up, like an opportunity, different life things. I just realized I haven't vlogged today. I've been playing drums for over an hour. My face is beat because I did a get ready with me for my makeup TikTok, which I don't know what I want from that page. I just like really want to make makeup TikToks because I've always wanted to be a makeup influencer. So maybe one day that'll happen for me, but you gotta like do it until you gotta try to make it. All right, check out my makeup TikTok and my makeup Instagram. I'm cleaning my music room. I told myself when I was journaling at the cafe I went to after power yoga this morning that I would have multiple cleaning sessions today. So this is cleaning session number 2. The first one I cleaned my kitchen. Now I'm cleaning this room. Then I need to clean my bedroom, and then I'll start back up tomorrow. So yeah, I'm just gonna clean some stuff up, vacuum, Swiffer, wipe down some counters, and then I'm sure this room will feel very rejuvenated. Went on like an emotional journey for a second, and then I kept cleaning, and then I picked up this book off of my floor, and I was like, let me turn to a random page and see what it says. And this is what the random page that I turned to says. Bad timing doesn't exist. The people your heart chooses at what it thinks is the wrong time are simply just the wrong people. They are simply just the ones who were meant to get away. They were simply just the ones who were never meant to stay. Because at the end of the day, the right people fight for you. The right people show up. The right people care, not only when life is convenient, but when it is difficult and messy and it aches all over. The right people take the chance. They choose you just as confidently as you chose them. They hand you their heart. They bet on you. They believe in what you share with a ruthless conviction, with a hope that spills out of them. Have the courage to wait for these people. Do not settle for half loves. Do not settle for someone who does not see the value in holding your heart. The people who walk away from you because the timing is not right are simply just the people who are not willing to put the right amount of time into you. Let that be your closure. Damn. The way I went on an emotional journey about my feelings, and then I read that. I have this thing that I like really believe in, where it's like you can't really get over somebody until you're ready, and you can't make yourself be ready, and it's all timed out the way it's meant to be, especially for me as a songwriter and as an artist. Like I feel like when there are times where I'm like, why can't I get over a certain situation? I'm like, all right, well, it must have an artistic purpose. But I don't know. I feel like that was a gentle reminder, this book that I picked up off my floor, that you can't yearn for somebody forever. And let that be a lesson for whoever's watching this at whatever time they may be watching it. You can't yearn over somebody forever. And you always think, when you tap into something that you feel, you always think every time, almost. A lot of times you think that you could never possibly get over it, and that you will always hold on to this in your heart, this like romantic idea. But maybe you will. Maybe you will get over it. Because honestly, if something is meant to be, it'll be. And I'm not gonna let go of the thing that I was holding on to just because of that little journal, actually. I'm still probably gonna hold on to what I was holding on to and yearning over what I was yearning over. However, that was a fun little entry. Maybe it'll speak to somebody out there. That's for you. For me personally, that's not actually gonna help. Unless an angel falls out of the sky and heals me miraculously, that's actually not gonna help. I just found my capo. It was actually right there weeks ago. I was like, where's my capo? Where's my capo? Like, I don't know where my capo is. It's fucking such an obvious face. But I'm gonna go put it back where it belongs so I don't have the mystery of why can't I see what's right in front of me. I just had a thought while I was cleaning up my desk a little, and the thought was, it's okay that you haven't figured it out yet. Listen, I don't know who needs to hear this. It's okay that you haven't figured that out yet. Why don't you look at all the things that you have figured out already? For me personally, like, I'm thinking about my producing journey, which is like a mess, it feels like. And I'm looking at that, and I'm like, I start to tense up a little bit. I start to be like, ugh. And then I'm like, you know what? It's actually okay that you haven't figured that out yet. Because you can figure it out. And I think that sometimes as human beings, you'll be like, why haven't I figured this out yet? Why haven't I done this yet? You'll figure it out. The version of me that I am right now is so different and better than the version of me that I was a few months ago, a few years ago. So much better. Love her so much more. Love. And that's because whenever I'd freak out and be like, oh, I'm not like where I want to be yet, I would pick up the pieces, come up to the drawing board, figure it out. What's the next step? How do we just get a little further? And it's literally fine that I'm not all the way there yet. I feel like my relationship to my role in my own life as a producer is so not at all where it should be. Not where it should be, sorry. Where I want it to be, where I aspire it to be. But there's other things that I'm figuring out and healing. And then it's just a journey. It just takes time to become the best version of you. It doesn't happen overnight. You don't wake up one day and you're like, oh, well, all of a sudden I've become the version of me I've always wanted to be. No, you work on it every day. You take a look in the mirror and you figure out what isn't working and you fix it. And you just keep going. You just don't give up. I can never give up on what I want to do, who I want to be, because I want to be that so badly. And so if anyone out there watching this feels like they want to freak out because they're not exactly who they want to be yet, let me tell you something. Don't freak out. Figure it out. Figure it out right now. A little. Step by step. Day by day. Baby steps. Big steps. Whatever flows to you. But it is so silly when you think about it to freak out about not being exactly who you want to be. When one, it takes time to grow and change. And two, there's a way to solve your problems if you believe there is. And three, if you ask yourself, do I really believe I can become this version of me that I want to become, but I'm not? The shadow in the background me doing shadow work with this shadow in the background. If you really believe, like if you look in the mirror and you think about who you want to be and you're like, I know you can be that, you can look at yourself in the eye, in the mirror, because I do this, looking in the mirror and like figuring things out, because that's actually really helpful. Try it sometime if you don't. Look in the mirror and talk to yourself and like really get to know yourself. If you can really look at yourself in the eye and like honestly say to yourself, like, I know you can be that. I know you can become that. That's all the confirmation you need. Now you just gotta take the steps and stop freaking out or doubting yourself. If you can look at yourself in the mirror and really say with a clear heart and head and look at yourself in the eyes and say that, you can do that. I promise you, if there's anything I say that's wise and true and real, it's that you can do it. All right? That's coming from somebody who works on themselves a lot, all the time, and has had results and still has many results to see because it is still a work in progress. I hope that this reaches who it's meant to reach. Cleaned up so nice. My beautiful room. Music room. I just had another profound thought that I want to share real quick. I feel like my cleaning journeys today are just bringing me a little bit of clarity. I just keep having these little slivers of thoughts and I'm like, wow, I love that I just thought that. I love that I just realized that. And what I just thought was, yeah, I'm so grateful for all the things that I've yet to realize. I'm so grateful for all of the things that I've yet to realize. Because we think that we want to know everything, but we don't. You realize things at the time that you're meant to realize them. Because we are just human beings. And everything that we process at any given moment, that's where we're meant to be at. Unless you're completely effing lost, then I don't know what to fucking tell you. But I'm not that lost. I'm actually pretty fine where I'm at. Just keep going. And yeah, I realized like I'm grateful for the things I haven't realized yet. Because when I realize them, that's gonna be so freaking cool. It's like the cool vibes never end when you're always realizing things. How about that? I don't want to take this makeup off, but it is 2 a.m. and I need to get in the shower soon. I feel called to take a shower soon, so I'll miss you. To many more makeup looks. Happy Thursday vlog. As you can tell, I did a lot of thinking last night. I actually didn't ever really get to playing guitar. And that is why I might never be your favorite aesthetic vlogger. I'll always be a yapper. I'll always be very insightful, very productive most of the time. But I might never be an aesthetic vlogger. Cause that was me trying to get a nice little video of me frying up this scallion pancake and didn't go too well. I can do all the healing I want. I will never be normal. Being normal and being healed are completely different, though, things, you know? I just did like over 20 minutes of yoga, stretching, and breathing. I worked out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I think that today is going to be more of like a stretching day. I hope that I carve out the time later to do some more stretching because tomorrow morning I want to go on a run really really hope I do that. And I think that stretching even more later today will help me on that run. I'm gonna do some makeup now. I have a little time because I need to get on drums by 8 so that I could drum for an hour, but it's not even 6 yet. So if I can do my makeup actually within an hour, that would be perfect. I did my makeup for fun, guys. It was very meditative. I kind of like it. It wasn't what I was picturing, but I didn't really have the shades that I needed to do what I was picturing. And then I just kind of took this journey of doing whatever. I think this shade of gold is so lackluster, and it kind of is cute in that way. Now I'm like, God, I really need to find some shades of gold eyeshadow that are really pop and pigmented and beautiful, because this one that I have is not giving. It's also really old, so. But I think this is a cute color combo, and it was fun to do, and that's what matters, is making art for fun, even if it's not the best. This is not my best, but it's not terrible. Guys, I'm making ramen. I thought of ordering Wingstop because I was like, I want chicken. And then my plan today though was to make ramen with soft-boiled eggs, and I was like, let me not order Wingstop even though I really want to, because I'm supposed to save money and I need to eat the things in my apartment. So I'm about to eat this ramen up. Whoa, let's see if these are soft-boiled. That is soft-boiled as fuck, yes. It's it's midnight now on my vlog. I'm really a vlogger. I'm a real vlogger today. And I went through this cycle. I practiced guitar, I cleaned a little bit, I yearned, I went back to practice guitar, I cleaned a little bit more, and then I yearned again. It was a cycle. And now I've decided that it's time to sing and play guitar, which means that I can turn my yearning into something more productive, aka singing. I'm making this tea. My tea bag said, without the darkness, you would never know the light. I know both, yeah. I'm familiar with both, yeah, thanks for that. Ugh. I just want to get that slice of pizza. I haven't really been vlogging today because I haven't felt like it. That pizza was great. It's just that there was this old man who was the only other customer at that pizza place, and he just kept wanting to talk to me, and I was like, trying to be nice, but I was also like, I just want to listen to my little music. And it's not that I don't like having conversations with random people. It was just very obviously he's an old man and he's lonely, and I'm just a pretty girl and he just wants to talk to a pretty girl. And I was like, yeah, I don't know, I just didn't get the vibe intuitively that I had anything intellectual to provide me with. One time I got into this really long conversation with an old man who was very not creepy, and he was telling me all about his favorite books because I was reading a Steinbeck book, and he wanted to chat about literature. And at the end of the conversation, he had written me out a list of 3 authors that he wanted me to read, and then he gave me $100 to buy those books, and he said to buy myself something nice. And then when I asked him his name to thank him, he wouldn't even tell me his name. It was very much he was not trying to be creepy or weird. He literally just wanted to enrich me with knowledge. And that guy in that pizza place, he was just being creepy and weird. I was like, God, send it all to you. I wish you would return the favor. Yeah, that's me singing All Time Low, as I do. I'm just in the constant realization. I realize this over and over again. It's I forget, and then I realize it again, that All Time Low was my favorite band from the time I was 12 to the time I was 19. That's 7 developmental years of my life. I loved them more than I loved Paramore. I got into Paramore when I was 9. Love Paramore so much. Don't get me wrong. And I think that they age better in the scheme of like maturity and sound. However, I did not love Paramore the way I loved All Time Low from the ages 12 to 19. I worshipped All Time Low. I lived, breathed All Time Low. My favorite movie in middle school was their tour documentary, where they had a bunch of clips of their tour and then what they would do. And that's why I am the way I am. Partly because of my dad and his chaotic sense of humor that I have always looked up to. But also because when I was a preteen, I was watching these, I don't remember how old they were. I was watching these young men do crazy shit. I remember making my middle school boyfriend. This is such a random rant. I remember making my middle school boyfriend come over and watch the All Time Low tour documentary with me in my conviction to convince him that they were like a worthy band, because there was this whole thing in the middle school skater culture where all of the emo pop punk bands that went to Warped Tour, they were all cool except All Time Low, because All Time Low were the biggest ones, and therefore they were like the lamer ones because they were like more basic, which is just like bullshit. It's just like, you know, obviously like they're the best. And my middle school boyfriend would always be like, yeah, like the only good All Time Low song is Vegas, which he wasn't wrong for that. It's a really fucking great song. And the rest of them suck and they're not even that good. And I don't even remember what bands he liked. He liked Mayday Parade. Mayday Parade's good. I don't think they're as good as All Time Low. You know why All Time Low is the best? Because not only are their songs like really solid, especially their first like 3-4 albums, but their stage presence, like their banter between each other, the two that talk the most, the singer and the lead guitarist, they talk a lot on stage. Their banter, so like their personalities. Like those two on a personality level carried that band because they are so lovable. Like I loved them. I loved Jack and Alex. Like I was obsessed. And the other two members of the band were like really quiet, really chill. And if they ever did anything funny, it was like, whoa. Yeah, I'm just thinking of how involved I was as a fangirl towards All Time Low. It's such like an inner child thing for me, or like inner teen, or like whatever, to like go back and sing All Time Low songs like with my guitar, especially because I really wanted to play guitar when I was a kid. Ever since I was like 8 years old, I really wanted to play guitar, and my parents just like never really cared. They never really invested any like thought or money into that dream of mine. They bought me Guitar Hero and they bought me an acoustic guitar, but they didn't like get me lessons. They didn't really like dig deep. And I remember when I got a laptop in middle school, I tried to teach myself guitar and it was just too hard. And I remember like I would be trying to play guitar and I felt like nobody in my family like cared that I wanted to be a guitarist. So I felt like my dreams were invalid and I just like stopped. And I don't know, like I think it's for a reason. Like obviously that's like a shitty story, life story in a way. Know you want to do something at 8 years old and then feel like nobody cares that you want to do it and then not do it is like it's such a crazy, like if you ever wonder why I freak out so much about guitar, it's because like that part of that dream that I had when I was 8 years old like died, and I had to like rebirth it in my 20s when I finally had like the vision again and like the resources to like start it back up again. And yeah, but that's more of the Lily Axe guitar story lore. Yeah, when I was 8, I wanted to be Slash so bad. Like I loved Slash and I wanted to be Slash. And here I am at 27 and I'll get there. I used to get so down about it. I was like so depressed a lot of like 2023. mostly like trying to unpack that and trying to like sort through that. And I'm really happy to be on the other side of my guitar journey than the like kind of initial part where I just kind of like, I would like be learning guitar and pushing myself to practice guitar for like hours and hours a day. And sometimes like I would just cry and feel so bad because I'm just like, why? Like, why me? Like, why do I love this thing so much? And like, not get to do it at a young age. But it's okay. I think the best thing I can do is, one, keep going and keep pushing myself and keep believing in myself, and two, tell my story as honestly as possible, because it must have happened for a reason. Okay, I didn't expect to get here. This clip started with me singing that song really badly, and now we've made it all the way here. I'm done crying. Let's do things. Happy Saturday vlog, the last day of this vlog. The guy from the deli that I buy my White Claws from, which is like on First Ave, kind of closer to like 10th Street or something, just came into the store that I work at because he's like, I haven't seen you in so long. I think he misses me. He's so nice. He's not really creepy. He just like adores me. I think I'm one of his favorite customers. However, I haven't been there in like weeks because I stopped drinking like 2 weeks ago. That was just so cute. I love him. He has like a Freddie Mercury mustache, and I think that's why I love him, because he kind of like just very slightly reminds me of Freddie Mercury, and that's enough for me to be like, I fuck with you, sir. Yeah, but I'm really tired today because last night I stayed up until 7 a.m. Because at like 3 a.m. I remembered that I love BTS, and from there it was just like, yeah, that kind of like 4-hour journey of listening to BTS songs, dancing to BTS in my room, and then getting tired and just laying down and watching BTS videos. And I think this is really good for me, actually. This is really good because loving BTS was a really huge part of my music journey. And I could elaborate on that one day. However, I'm really tired right now. So, yeah, I think this is really good and healing and important for me though. So, slay. This will be the end of the vlog. Commanders are gonna beat the Lions, and that's crazy. I didn't see that coming. And I just woke up from a nap. I was so exhausted. I was supposed to go to a hardcore show tomorrow. Before my nap, I found out that hardcore show is tonight. And I was like, oh, that's good, because I didn't want to go tomorrow because I wanted to stay home for the Bills game. But then I was like, but I'm so exhausted. I need to take a nap first, and then I'll do my makeup, then I'll bike over. I never got up from that nap. I wasted $40 and I didn't get to see one of my favorite hardcore bands, which is a bummer, but I don't want to be bummed. So I'm just going to like process this right now and move on. One, we'll probably see them again. And two, I waste money all the time. So nothing new here. Let me not let that get me down. What also could get me down is I woke up and TikTok was banned. And you know, people were speculating like it'll get removed from the App Store, you'll still be able to use it. No, like when you go on TikTok, it literally says that you can't use it. Hopefully it comes back, and hopefully when it comes back, it's not ruined. So I'm not gonna be bummed. I'm gonna have hope for that, and I'm gonna make the most of what we got. I get different content on TikTok than I get on Instagram or YouTube. I'm just gonna miss like that other algorithm. And my number one like thing right now in life is I just don't want to stay bummed. I understand being bummed. I'm bummed that I missed that show. I'm bummed that I was too tired to go. It was my fault that I was too tired to go because I stayed up many hours later than I should have last night because I was revisiting my love for BTS, the K-pop group. But that was really fun. I took a really nice nap. I had a really fun dream. Kept waking up and looking at the score of the playoffs for the NFL. And I don't know, I mean, that was beautiful in its own way. Like, could I have slept earlier last night and not been so tired today and gone to that show? Yes. But I had fun when I stayed up late last night. And I kind of still had fun with my nap. And you can't do everything. I'm gonna eat my leftover food for dinner. I'm gonna drink my Gatorade to rehydrate. I'm gonna clean up. I have a cleaning list. Before that, I'm just gonna watch some of this like commentary. I'm gonna go look at my Instagram feeds and see what I could like set intentions for my algorithms. I have a lot of Instagram accounts, so I think I could, you know, really get into Instagram. I'm sorry, I know some people would say like now that TikTok's gone, they can like spend less time on social media. I'm like, let's make sure my Instagram algorithms are good, because I like social media and I don't overdo it. It's because I grew up with social media, as many of us did, and I've really worked on my relationship with it, and it's like I just find it a very fun, helpful tool, and I don't feel like I overdo it. I feel like I do it just the right amount. And even if I feel like oh my god, I was scrolling way too much yesterday, I just don't scroll the next day, and then I like reset. It's like a very healthy thing that I have. So I'm like, okay, let me go work on my algorithms on Instagram while I watch the post game of this game. I'm excited for the games tomorrow. I will be starting a new vlog tomorrow. Thank you if you made it this far in this one. Remember that bummer things in life happen. There's other things that could bum me out, but I'm just gonna choose to have faith. Try not to get depressed. I've struggled with depression a lot in my 20s and teens, and as a kid, honestly. I just won't let myself get down anymore. Like when I start to feel those feelings creep in, I'm like, no, like what can we do? So I just want to remind you that yes, depression is a chemical imbalance and sometimes you really can't help it. I am fighting it. I'm fighting it so hard. So keep on fighting, guys. Keep on fighting. Go Commanders. Damn. The Lions just had such a good season, and it's always kind of a bummer a little. Ooh, they were the number 1 seed. They were the top seed, and now they're getting kicked out. You just never know. So many unexpected things. All right, love whoever watched this all the way. Like, I love you. Peace and love. Lily Axe out. Like and subscribe. See you in the next one.